What's good, everyone? Think that we are officially live. Let's see. Sweet. Yeah, I think we are officially live, which is awesome. Welcome in. I see some people got the chat going already, which is awesome. Hell yeah. Got a cool little slate today. Your boy has been straight cheeks. Like, actually, this is like a terrible stretch. It sucks. Guys, like, that's the one thing I hate about. I love betting so much, but I also hate it because, dude, like, when you're just like going through a rut, especially like when you're like kind of documenting everything, it's like, oh, geez, like this sucks. Like I gotta go back here. Like, oh, like give away this money if we have a winning day, right? And it's like we never do. It's like, damn, these people are commenting for no reason. Anyways, guys, super excited to be live again. We're gonna be doing the same thing as usual. Let me quick get this screen shared. And let's see, is this the right tab? I think it is. Sweet. Let's get this going. Awesome. Let me quick fill that up. Sweet. Yeah. So cool little slate today, guys. I haven't really checked in much on anything. Your boy. So my lease, I've actually moved to Charlotte. This is something that's kind of on my mind. I moved to Charlotte about mid-March last year. I actually didn't know the exact date. Just canceled my lease for today, so I got a ton to figure out. The thing that sucks about renting is that like renting is just so damn expensive when you don't have a roommate, but like I don't think anyone wants to live with me like up at 8 a.m. yapping in front of a camera every morning, with my dog musting around and stuff. So I've got that to figure out, but thought I'd give you guys a cool little life update. Anyways, guys, let's go over to the injury news. Looks like Kobe White is going to be limited to 24 minutes, which is interesting. Trae Young is working on a trade. Guys, who do you think Trae Young is going to get traded to? Because I'm sure that my Wolves, and I don't think I have my mic turned on. Oh, no, I do. Sweet. I'm sure that my Wolves will be a popular candidate for everyone on that. Looks like, okay, Tony Bradley waived by the Pacers. Wow. That's actually a little bit interesting moving forward. I wonder if they're going to have Micah Potter sign a 10-day or something. Donovan Mitchell out for Tuesday. The Wizards have emerged as a potential trade destination for Trae Young. Dude, that would be the worst fit of all time. Actually, if I wasn't live right now, I'd quick dopamine hit the comment section. Okay, looks like Robert Williams upgraded to probable. Do we have any Steven Adams news? I really hope he plays. Oh, wow, Harden downgraded to questionable. Nurkic in. Okay, Usman out. Jay Will out. Caruso out. I kind of thought that was going to happen. Hardenstein still out. Okay, Grayson Allen probable. Mark Williams, okay, I'm on his unders, so he's going to play, it looks like. That's good. LeVert doubtful. Okay. Oh, Tim Hardaway out. Yeah, okay. I did see the Nuggets stuff with that. If you guys checked out my morning video, the Peyton Watson thing that I gave out is kind of like nuked. He's probably going to lose now. Okay, I'm looking through we got Hot Sauce saying LFG. Yes, sir, Hot Sauce. Call, land your bets on stream. Big Yeah, I should get him on stream, shouldn't I? Big money tonight. Let's go, Jordan. Let's go. Hey, Luka Garza, I'm actually going to go over him real quick, guys. But if you guys get comments going for the Knicks game, the Knicks and Pistons, we'll go over stuff there first. But yeah, no, Luka Garza, man, I'm kind of pissed at myself for not playing 12.5 PR this morning. I agree completely, dude. His minutes have been very, very solid, you guys. He's a Wolves legend, Wolves garbage time legend. This dude is like a really good per minute player for scoring. He's going up against the Bulls, who do not have a backup center. I think it's going to be like Patrick Williams as the backup center, I would think. So basically no backup center. Should be very good on a PR per minute basis. I actually like that the spread's at 10.5 too. I think that the game gets a little bit out of hand. I don't think it's a bad thing at all for Luka. I think it's bad for Nemias, if anyone. But yeah, no, I really like that. Bulls matchup is great. What's up, Ty? Hope chat's all good. Yes, sir. Let's make this green, dude. I need a green day so bad. This is off to a good start with that Peyton Watson one. You think that has a decent probability of winning. Let's hope. But yeah, man, dude. I need a green day so damn bad. What? Tyvin, what's up? What's up, Shoto? How we doing? Shoto, I got to get you on stream. I feel like you said you wanted to come on stream like at one point last year. Mark Williams, under 7.5, dude. I hope, man. I wonder what is that at right now? I really hope Steve-O plays, because if Steve-O plays, I really, really like it. I still like it. Okay, good. It's at 6.5 now. Yeah, dude. I think he's going to play like 18 minutes. I wonder what his points are at. 16.5 PR, yeah. I don't think he's going to play a lot at all. But yeah, love that one, man. Today is a comeback day. They need it. Let's get green. Agreed completely. Let's go, Tyus or Lance. Let's go. For reals. Thoughts on Shea points here versus the Hornets? Usually does well on the second night of back-to-backs. Yeah. So here's the thing, dude. I'm always a little bit queasy. Is this at 29.5? Okay. I'm always a little bit queasy, dude, to be honest. Taking Shea to score 30 to score like anything more than 29.5 in these games with 15.5 point spread at home. I am a little bit queasy by that to an extent, dude. If you want to honestly, dude, this sounds kind of like maybe like OD, but OD hang pulls Chet Holmgren style. Hey, shout out to Chet's from Minneapolis, which is like 20 minutes away from me, by the way. Played in the same AU program as him growing up, well, for a year. Was not on the same team as him, though, obviously. Yeah, but look, dude, if you want to take Shea over 29.5 points, dude, because it's probably like what? Like, I mean, if we can go to like pick the odds here, because that's the one thing. Cool little free odds screen here on Pick the Odds, by the way. I think it's pretty cool. If you go to like basketball, you want to go to like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the grifter. The good old grifter. Let's see. Okay. So 29.5. So like, look, Bovada, bet 365 have like, dude, like if you want to take this at 365 or Bovada, a 30 plus line, dude, I totally endorse that. Like genuinely. But like 30, like, dude, it's just crazy. Like, I mean, literally look at the difference in hit rate, right? 74.3%. And then you go 30.5, 54%. Like, dude, he's ended at 30 exactly 7 times. Was that more? Yeah, 7 times, dude, which is insane. So yeah, I would take 29.5, but not 30. Well, good though. That's sports betting is gonna be ups and downs. Yeah, no, that's facts, dude. And like I know that, dude. It just stinks in the moment, man. It just stinks in the moment. Trey can't play defensive worse than LeBron and Luka. No, I actually agree, dude. Like LeBron and Luka and even Reeves, like at least Reeves like tries and like take charges and stuff, dude. But like, yeah, no, I agree completely, dude. It's a tough one. Dude, I agree completely, bro. Dude, like that genuinely, I mean, that actually had me like enraged. I've kind of been on tilt recently, guys, not gonna lie. Like when shit's like when it's like crunch time and like it's like, okay, we're 1 and 2 on the day and like this dude's like breaking shots, like I'd be like on tilt, bro. But yeah, that Draymond thing, that had me on tilt too. Yeah, I agree completely, dude. I agree completely. Like the Wolves, like, dude, Anthony Edwards is so he's becoming so heliocentric, honestly, dude, that like someone like a point guard next to him, just like a player next to him, like a sidekick, like how Julius is, that can't catch and shoot very well. Like I'm not a fan of that, dude. I'm really not a fan of that, like at all. Obviously, like Trey's such a bad defense. I mean, dude, like I don't even know if you can win a chip with Trey, which maybe I'm hating a little bit, but like he's just such a terrible defender. Okay, yeah, perfect. So Javonte Green points. Yeah, I actually really, really like that. So not gonna lie, his rebounds at 2.5. I'd actually like to throw in his rebounds too. Not gonna lie. So I believe everyone is out who was in. So Duncan, so LeVert. Okay. So it's basically like the same as last game, right? Javonte's minutes have been pretty good recently. I'd probably have him between like 22 and like 30, probably. Let's go 22 and 30. So that's his rebounds, right? But then his points too. I mean, yeah, make sure Cade's playing in all these. Oh, yeah, Cade's playing. Okay. So 7.7, 3.3. What's PR at? 10.5. Yeah, no, I think this is a pretty good look, dude. I know this is like really selling the sample size short. I'd probably have him at 26 minutes though. Let's just do games with Cade. Make sure he's in there on the year. He's at 8.4 PR per. Wait, what's are working on a franchise with trade? That's crazy, bro. I wonder if Trae Young's even gonna like play. Like, I mean, obviously not gonna play tonight, but yeah, 11.3. I like it, man. I think I lean over slightly. I will say, guys, the Knicks haven't really been like giving up a ton of catch and shoot stuff recently. Like in terms of like catch and shoot frequency, I think they're pretty like league average. Okay, but they're giving up the make still, which is nice. But yeah, they've been pretty like league average. Like guys, if you look down at like the play types, Knicks have been like bottom 3 spot up defense all year. Now they're down to like 22. Been getting worse in transition though, which is nice. But yeah, overall, very good matchup for Javonte Green. Asar is probably going to get in foul trouble guarding Jalen Brunson. Let's be for real. So yeah, Shoto, I like that. Oh, OG, guys. OG. Guys, do you guys want to bet on the game, or do you guys want to take a guess on the game without Josh Hart that I took OG over 5.5 rebounds? Definitely not the Spurs game, right? But no, on a serious note, I don't know how much I like this, to be honest, Hot Sauce, because I do think that he's going to be the primary defender on Cade Cunningham. Now, you can't really argue with his numbers without Hart, to be honest. And this is a really big game, like a very, very big game, right? So I do think the minutes are going to be there, right? I think it's going to be competitive. Number 1 and number 2 teams in the East are duking it out. That's always good for minutes. I will say, just like he's going to guard Cade Cunningham. You want to put McCall. I don't know why you'd put McCall on Cade when OG's just like Cade's so physical, OG's so physical. So that's the one thing I don't really like a ton, right? He's not going to just be like sitting weak side for those boards, I don't think. Jalen, yep, I love this, dude. I love this. I really want this to go down to 28.5, and it's not anywhere. No, I love it, man. The Pistons really just play single coverage kind of. Like if you look at like guys recently, like every other high usage guy has been having a game. Like I said, high leverage game. I absolutely trust Brunson in these moments to rise to the occasions. If you do games with Cat over in 53% of games, for sure. Just kind of like I said, I'd probably price this line at 30.5. So like nothing, it's not like a crazy edge or anything, but 100% lean over. Just backing my fellow Aussie to get the job done. Dude, Dyson had like a really good assist game last game, though. I don't really know why that was the case. Raptors have been giving up very minimal assists, but if you do without Trae Young with Jalen, I don't think putting KP in there is like really worth it. But yeah, getting plus money on it, I don't think it's terrible. Oh, wow. Rebounds a really good hit rate. RA, pretty good hit rate, plus money. Yeah. I definitely lean over on him, man. Had a ton of chances, right? 26 chances and only 34. Honestly, Dyson plays like 36 minutes too when the games are hyper competitive. Yeah, Shea, I think we just talked about that. Definitely like the 30 plus points. I think the 30 plus points, if you can get it for minus 130, absolutely endorse it. Ooh, Ron Holland over rebounds. Okay, so do we have any other news that came in, by the way? I always be forgetting to look at this stuff. Okay. Billy Donovan has a lot of respect for Jalen. He's playing at a MVP level. Okay. Gonna get some aggressive schemes here or what, Billy? But no, we were talking about Ron Holland over rebounds, 3.5. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay, Ron. Holy crap, buddy. I did not know you were hitting the glass like that. So he's been playing really good minutes. And, you know, I think that this game was the first game without. So let's do without Tobias, first of all. Do it with Cade. We'll do without Duren. There's only one game and he had 10. It would make sense. You know, he's a willing rebounder. So, I mean, without Tobias, so 18, 18, 18, 19, 33. Played some pretty good minutes in those games. So let me just quick. So he's been, yeah. I mean, clearly it looks like he's being intentional about rebounding by just like hitting it this much, right? I'd probably have him for like, I don't know, somewhere in this range. Still 8 out of 15, trending up. No Duren. I like it. I like it, Cody. Duncan Robinson, 15.5 PRA. So let me quick think about this. So I think the Knicks are going to start. I think there's a decent chance that he gets guarded by Jalen Brunson. I really do. I don't know how good he's going to be defensively, but no Duren should definitely help with some usage for sure. I mean, yeah, dude. Looks pretty good. Let's do it with Cade. And this, I guess there was only really one game without Duren. That was against the Heat at Miami. Maybe he was a little motivated by that. But I think it does make sense for sure. Definitely a solid matchup, right? The Knicks definitely, you know, I said that they have been trending down against catch and shoot stuff. I wonder, like I said, so the Pistons are going to start Cade. They're going to start Duncan, Asar. And I don't think Brunson can guard Asar because, like, dude, that's just going to be a nightmare on the offensive glass. He can't box him out. He's going to be crashing every single time. So I do think Brunson is going to have to guard, what's his name? I think Brunson's definitely going to have to guard Duncan. So you can like use him as a screener and that stuff when Cade's hunting Duncan. Brunson's obviously just like a terrible defender, right? So I think it makes sense, bro. Like his points are at what, 11.5. Oh yeah, and then you're just asking for 4 RA. Yeah, dude, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I think this is a really good look. How many minutes did he play? 30. I wouldn't expect him to get like shorted on minutes in games without Tobias. Levert's doubtful. He's played 30, 20. That's weird. 30. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to get shorted on minutes though, man. I'd probably have him for like 27 to 33. Probably around that. Let's do like 20. Let me click, because you might be onto something, bro. You might be onto something. I'll just do this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. I think this is a really good look, man. I'd have this line being maybe like 16.5 juiced over. You're getting a plus money if you get at Builder. I really like this, dude. Give me some official picks, Ty. We are cashing in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to, man. So, like I said, I'm going to definitely. I want to like see like wait for some starting lineups and then maybe get some official ones in there. But yeah, so the official ones today so far have been like the Mark Williams under, the what was the other under I took? I feel slow, dude. What was the other under I took? I took Peyton Watson over that got really good CLV. That's obviously not playable. I was not expecting Jamal Murray to get ruled out, so you got to acknowledge your luck too, right? That's thing I'm wondering. Oh yeah, Brooke Lopez under 6.5 points. Oh guys, someone actually had a goated comment. So I'll quick get back into the comments, but someone genuinely had like a goated comment, dude, and I can't believe I didn't think about betting this, bro. But do you know what like the best parlay of the night is, like by far? So guys, obviously I am on Brooke Lopez unders. So, I mean, what books have PRA? A few do, like MGM, maybe 365. I don't know what have PR. Okay, Caesars has it. So you could probably do this. So take Brooke Lopez under PR and then parlay it with Ivica Zubac to get a double-double. So his PRA is at 20. His double-double, okay, this was a way better number earlier this morning. But guys, this is like perfectly correlated, right? I think that, first of all, I think there's a lot of outs for Brooke to not play, whether it's like a back-to-back or something. But I'm also kind of just keen, talking like an Australian. I'm also kind of just high on Zubac's like minutes, because guys, I mean, think about it. Like, I know he played crap minutes here, but like it was a blowout. They were playing from behind. Like, of course, he wasn't going to touch the floor in the second half, like in a come from behind situation. But like, guys, Tyler was playing Kawhi Leonard 40-minute rotations, bro. Like 20 minutes first half, 20 minutes second half. If it's close. Are we sure this team's gonna keep Ivica Zubac on a minute restriction, bro? Like, honestly, are they? Like, Kawhi Leonard's playing reckless minutes. So yeah, that's an official play that I'll bet it right now, actually. And real quick, guys, if anyone has any comments down below or has an answer to this question, let me know. I'm going to Bet365 and I'm gonna take it. I think it's probably good for account health too. It's a parlay, right? So you can bet it early. Oh, and Bet365 has a boost too going on right now, which is cool. But as I was saying, guys, if anyone has like any questions on this, or not questions. Sorry, I'm blanking. If anyone, does anyone know if I can share my screen on YouTube with me actually like betting stuff, and like, or will that like get me banned or something? Because that would be interesting. So yeah, guys, I have this pulled up. Zubac double-double, Brooke under 12.5 PRA is plus 240. Let's put like $40 under or something. I think that's a pretty good price. Cool. Guys, by the way, if you guys have Bet365, Brooke Lopez has a 12.5 PRA line. I think that is an absolutely terrible line. That's actually something I'm going to go back and right before tip probably put a decent amount on. Under 12.5 PRA, Bet365 minus 120. I would absolutely play that right now. Even if you already played the Brooke 6.5 from earlier, I'd probably add an additional half unit, because I am definitely going to add a little bit to that. I think that's a brutal line. Yep, just talked about Ron. Definitely like it. Paul Reed under. Ooh. So here's the thing, bro. I actually really like that because, first of all, the Knicks don't really allow shit in the paint. Second of all, Mitchell Robinson. I'm going to wait for Mitch to start, but I do actually want to dig into Paul Reed a little bit more. So he played 30 minutes last game, had 8 rebounds. He's been like really good on a per-minute basis rebounding. It's actually ridiculous. I do think B-Ball Paul is probably going to play a lot just to match like the size and stuff. I'd probably have him playing. I think 30 is a little bit overzealous, right? Even if he's starting, I'd probably have him at 27 minutes divided by 11.7 times 4.6, actually, which is just ridiculous. Okay. So he's been averaging like 10.6 rebounds. Paul Reed has not been that good of a rebounder, bro, like over his career. Maybe I'm tripping. I wonder. So last year, if you max it out, let's see. Let's just do like per 27 minutes divided by 9.9 times 2.8. So yeah, guys, last year per 27 minutes, he was at 7.6 rebounds. This dude just like running hot on the boards. I like refuse to like believe that. So I actually maybe B-ball Paul guards Cat though. Does he? Yeah, I mean, whoever gets guarded by Mitch, that's a brutal rebounding spot. Like Mitch just contests every single rebound. He is a beast at boxing out. Yeah, dude, I definitely lean under on B-ball Paul stuff for sure, dude. Like, I mean, if you go to like his career, I mean, let's just go to like all time. Even if we have him playing like 25 to like, oh geez, okay, B-ball been a little bit better, and I'm giving you credit for, huh? Okay, so I take that back, dude. So 20 and a half probably feels fairly priced because I don't think it's a good matchup, but like clearly when he tends to play, these minutes, he tends to do pretty good, right? He's averaging 23 PRA in the sample. He's over in 15 out of 21. So kind of take that back. I think I lean under with you, Jordan, but yeah. So I actually don't like OG points here. Pistons are allowing the second fewest catch and shoot field goals made over the last 10 games. And they're also like, I think less than 10 feet. So like rim defense and catch and shoot defense for the Pistons. That's kind of why I like Brunson, right? Brunson can live in those middies. But Pistons allow the third fewest from less than 10 feet, second fewest catch and shoot. They're a really good paint defense, and they are a really, really good catch and shoot defense. They limit spot ups. That's kind of like all OG does, man, right? Like he takes advantage of when teams put two on Brunson. He's a very willing catch and shoot guy, and he is 45% of his points are coming in the restricted area. About 50% of his points are coming in the paint. So I don't think this is a really good matchup for Anunoby personally. I'm not sleeping at this time. Come on, my go. Let's go, Tommaso. Let's go, Tommaso. Yeah, I do. I do for sure. Yeah, I kind of forgot about Harden. So even if Harden's out, I do because like it's just a minute fade, bro. I don't think Harden affects his minutes at all, right? I think it's like, yeah, I mean, is it ideal if Harden's out? Maybe not. Maybe not ideal, but I definitely still like it. And it's up to, is it actually up to 7.5 now, Brooke? Oh no, it looks like there's 7, probably at about 365. Yeah, yeah. No, I definitely still like it even if Harden's out. Dude, I don't know if I like that because I don't know if I like Cat here because honestly, like Isaiah Stewart's, I would think Isaiah Stewart guards Cat just because he's like a really good defender. Isaiah Stewart is a really good defender. He's very mobile. He's very like switchable. He can move his feet on Cat. I don't know if I love this matchup for Beef Stew. I'd like it better if Duran was actually playing. Let's see, 20 and a half, dude. Oh, wow. That is pretty low. That is pretty low. PR is at 32 and a half. I'd probably prefer because 20 and a half points. Let me quick see this with Brunson. With Brunson all time, he is 22.7 all time. Let's see this year though. 14 out of 30. He's definitely having a down year, dude. Like I think you can definitely regress his like field goal percentage to be a little bit better. I don't know if I like Cat here, to be honest, man. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's like kind of Brunson or nothing for me in terms of Nick points overs. It's kind of how I'm feeling a little bit. Yeah, dude. So no Alex Caruso. Definitely a solid look. Isaiah Joe's chilling over at 7.5 too. Yeah. Let me quick see. Has he run any games? So let's do with Wallace. Let's do with Joe. Let's do with Shea. Let's do with Mitchell. Without Caruso. With Dort. Okay, so damn. Okay, this is like really selling the sample size short. Let's remove Joe. Okay, 27 minutes and 27 minutes out, but that's without Joe. I don't want it to be without him. I want it to just be neutral. Because I don't think Joe's kind of like a scrub in this rotation at this point, dude. So 20 minutes, 27 minutes, 27 minutes. Yeah. I'd probably have Wiggins, especially with the blowout. Honestly, I'd probably have him at 24 minutes. And if you do games with Shea, let's just do games like with Shea. And see kind of where he fares here this year. Yeah, he's at 9.9 points per 22 and a half. See, 24 divided by 22.5 times 9.9, 10.5, and this is an 8.5 line. It is juiced, to be fair. No, yeah, I think I definitely like Wiggs here. Let's do him with like 21 to like 27 minutes. PRA looks pretty good. Points looks pretty good. Hornets stink at defense. Look at let's do like last year, bro. Last year he was great. I guess let's do like with Chet too. Yeah, still really, really good. Yeah, dude, you might be onto something. I might have to take this from you, bro. I was thinking about wigs here. I think this is a really good wig spot. Yeah, 8.5. I'm definitely a fan of this here, dude. Definitely a fan of this with no Caruso, 100%. Yeah, so Cade, I'm kind of chilling off of Cade. Cade like pissed me off yesterday, bro. Shot 7 for 22. Finished 2 PR short. So like, if he shoots 8 for 22, we cash. I think he's gonna get guarded by OG. And the Knicks are pretty aggressive in their gap help. They have been for the year. So I don't know if I love Cade. Definitely a big moment, but it's OG's one of the best in the game, bro. OG is like, he can make it really tough on Cade, man. Like he really can. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on Cade, but yeah, Jalen, absolutely. Anything for the Pistons, like so. Yeah, dude, I want to play Brunson. I do want to play Brunson, to be honest. Like I really do. I think that. Hold up, let me go to like FanDuel real quick. I don't think it's a great assist matchup for Jalen. Okay, so perfect. Steven Adams is in. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's great for that Mark Williams under. Hell yeah. But we'll get into that in a little bit too. That's a little bit interesting. Wow, Sengun out for 2 weeks. Okay, guys, there's one thing I actually do want to look into because, like I said, I'm a big fan of Jalen Brunson here. I wonder what like 25 plus points and then under. Let me see. Where's the alt point market on FanDuel? Okay. So Jalen Brunson 20. Let me see if Jalen has like a key number or anything here that I can get this hit rate looking pretty good. So this year, okay. Actually, I want to quick use like a filter here. Let me quick versus where's like opponent rankings versus spot up. I want to see how Jalen Brunson does against like bad or against good spot up defenses. Okay, so there's definitely a little bit of correlation there. Let's just do like, okay. So guys, look at this filter. That's pretty cool on Props Madness. By the way, guys, if you guys are new here or anything, this is Props Madness behind me. It's the best NBA research tool by far. Like seriously, I think it's the best. I do have a code SB25 that does get you 25% off your first purchase, whether it's a month, whether it's a year. It's SB25. So guys, make sure to check that out. But guys, so this is versus spot up. This is something I've been tinkering with a little bit, right? Because obviously, guys, teams that give up a lot of points to spot up are teams that overhelp, right? That's how you give up points to spot up. You're overhelping. You're sitting in the gaps. That's how these low usage guys are getting shots up, right? That's what spot up is. So versus teams that don't give up a lot of spot ups, right? Which makes sense for Jalen Brunson, right? I mean, he's averaging 31.9 points in the sample, which is pretty damn good. If you go to teams that are giving up a lot of points to spot up, aka the other teammates are eating, then that drops to 27.8. So I think that there is some decent correlation in that. That's something I've been tinkering with for a little bit. But yeah, looks pretty good on this 28.5. But as I was saying, guys, Jalen Brunson, I want to see if he has any key numbers. Maybe I'm like overthinking a little bit, but okay. So 27.5 is like a 66.7%. 25. Look at 22.5. That's like air. I mean, we could do like Jalen Brunson. So 26.5 points is minus 198 on FanDuel. I want to go to his alt assists and correlate that with an under potentially. Okay, Jalen Brunson. Oh, wow. Okay, so I really like this guy. So Jalen Brunson over 26.5 points and then under 8.5 assists is minus 113 at FanDuel. Okay, what's Jalen Brunson's hit rate at this? Okay, and the Pistons allow the fewest assists, right? And so why does he had some like really good assist games against these top assist matchups or bad assist matchups? Interesting. No, but look, man, I think that this is a pretty decent one. I'm looking at it on FanDuel right now. Over 26.5 points, if you guys can see it right here. Putting it up into the camera. Over 26.5 points, under 8.5 assists, minus 114. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on that, fellas. I think it's a pretty interesting look for sure. And by the way, guys, if you guys are on YouTube, if you guys do enjoy this type of content, make sure to drop a like down below, sub to the channel if you're new. All that good stuff just helps boost the algorithm and stuff. So it is very greatly appreciated. And yeah, guys, I'm going to pull the trigger on this Brunson one. I'm gonna go slow mode for a little bit and quick send it into my group. But yeah, Jalen Brunson over 26.5 points / under 8.5 assists. I think is a really, really good look. Okay. So yep, guys, locking in Brunson. I'm gonna try to start doing this more. I always let's see. I always like forget to do this. It's over 26.5 points. Okay. Let me make sure that this hell yeah. Over 26.5 points / under 8.5 assists. Okay, I just locked that in, guys, officially. Minus 114 at FanDuel on that. Cool. All right, guys. I'm gonna quick go down to some of the recent comments. I'm sorry for missing that. There's been a ton of comments coming in. Let's see. Geez, holy crap. I appreciate it a ton, fellas. But let's see. What were we talking about here? I'm going to try to speed through some of these guys, so I might not go super in depth to some of the ones that I don't have opinions on. Yep, just locked into the Brunson one. Sexton. Going to be completely honest, man. I don't like the matchup against OKC because Sexton is such a slasher, you know. But we could look into that later for sure. How do you like Brunson over points with Go? How do you like with OG under points? Yeah, I think that's pretty correlated too, honestly, man. I think that's like something that's pretty intriguing as well. Yeah, Ethan, honestly, man, I think that Asar stuff scares me a lot because, dude, Brunson is such a grifter. And like, oh, and one last thing I didn't mention with the Brunson stuff, guys, is that Detroit literally they foul the most in the NBA. So yeah, there's that as well. They foul a ton, and yeah, Brunson's a grifter. So yeah, he's gonna be on Jalen Brunson, man. I don't think that's great for rebounding, and I definitely think that's like definitely puts him at risk for foul trouble and stuff. So this is just like a pull your hair out type of game. If he was yeah, oh, and you said I didn't even read the whole thing, but yeah, guarding Brunson. Yeah, exactly. That's my fear here. How do you like Brunson over points? Yep, with OG under. Yep, I think that makes complete sense, and it's very correlated. Cade under PRA. I don't like the matchup for Cade. I haven't really deep dove the number, but I do not. If you can, justify it on a per minute basis, I think it makes sense. I don't like the matchup with OG and the Knicks scheme with giving a lot of spot up stuff up. Wow, dude. Dude, what? His line? Wait, what's his line now? 7.5, dude. Great find, man. And this is basically 8.5 everywhere. Yeah, that's a great find, dude. Great find. I think he plays a lot too, personally. Yep, like that Dyson stuff. That's a Vucevic points and assists. So I don't really like the matchup for Vuce here. And let's just move on to this game, bro. I'm gonna go on to this game. So I'm gonna because I don't have anything official for this game. One prop that I am like very like kind of mad that isn't out yet, guys, and I have a very strong opinion on. I think that's some what's it called? Let me quick make sure, guys. Let me just quick make sure everyone in my group like understands this Jalen Brunson stuff. Okay. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So Patrick Williams. I think that like he's going to be the backup center, so I think that he's actually going to play a lot. I also think that like Patrick Williams, but guys, he has like not been playing much. We're going to get a good number because he's coming off of such a crappy game, I think. And yeah, so there's both the centers are going to be out. Played like absolute shit last game, to keep it frank. I think that like a blowout wouldn't even be bad. He might like play a blowout, to be honest, dude. Because like this dude is just like barely getting any burn. I don't think like anyone like in here is gonna like Modest isn't. I don't think. Vooch no, Trey no, Okoro no, Herder no. I don't know. It should be like Julian Phillips, Patrick Dalen, Javon, and Ulbrich, right? If it's a blowout. So, I mean, let me quick see like Bulls injury report and see if there's any like G Leaguers or NBA injury report. But yeah, he's going to be the backup center. The Celtics allow like a ton of catch and shoot stuff, especially to like crappy shooters. Like, and guys, by the way, I think that Io's in a brutal spot, by the way. I think that what's his name? Okay, Emmanuel Miller's out in the G League, but it looks like this Lachlan Ulbrich dude is available. I think that Isaac Okoro has a decent chance of being left pretty wide open. His line's at 8.5 here. His threes are at 1.5 for plus 171. I'm going to quick head over to good old Bet365 and see what his threes attempted are at. But we'll check to see where that's going to be at. Okay, let me quick, because I do think that there's a really good chance that Okoro gets left wide open, guys. So if you guys want to take like Okoro to hit 2 threes, I mean, guys, this is plus 220 on 365 for Isaac to hit 2 threes. I really don't hate that. Even like a sprinkle on 3, I don't think is the worst thing in the world. Geez, minus 155 for him to attempt 3. I mean, I think that should win, obviously. But yeah, guys, Isaac Okoro, I think, has a decent chance of being left pretty wide open. I think that this is a brutal matchup for Dosunmu, personally. With him, he has a high spot up play type, but based on if Kobe White's starting, I don't think he's going to share the court a ton with Kobe, so he's going to be more so of an on-ball player. And the Celtics are a very gap-heavy team. I think that this is actually a pretty brutal spot for Dosunmu, personally. His minutes have been pretty up and down and stuff too. So kind of am a fan of some IO unders personally. Maybe wait for the lineup on this though. Yep, for sure. And guys, the Mark Williams play, I'm actually I feel really, really good about this Mark Williams under now that Steve-O's in. I liked it anyways because I couldn't get there on his minutes, but yeah, I mean, this line kind of crashed down a little bit. I think that now that Steve-O's in though too, I don't hate PR under. I was just a little bit scared that he was actually going to have a decent scoring matchup with the Rockets just having no bigs outside of Capella. But guys, the Rockets don't give up a ton in the restricted area, right? Pretty good at defending there. We'll say, I guess they kind of points in the paint overall, I guess, isn't great. What is it? 11th. Okay. So not amazing, but yeah, I only have Mark Williams playing 18 minutes tonight. He's not a PR per minute guy at all. So I think that under 16.5 PRs is pretty valid too. Yeah. No Hart has hurt the defense. Josh Hart's a very good team defender. He's also, guys, a little edge going forward that I noticed is Josh Hart. Obviously, guys, he averages a ton of rebounds, but the reason why he's averaging so many rebounds is because he's a very, very aggressive help defender, right? So he's not glued to his man at all. So whoever gets guarded by Josh Hart is typically the guy who is going to get a lot of those catch and shoot 3-pointer looks because Josh Hart's a very aggressive help defender. So that's a little edge to keep going forward. If you can find or predict who Josh Hart is going to guard, he is going to leave guys open, kind of like how Jaren Jackson does. Yeah, yep. I did kind of notice that too, Sammy. Okay, let's go down here. Let's see. Brown over 30.5, Towns over 20.5, Zubac double. Oh, geez, you're pairing a lot of stuff. I like Zubac double for sure. I think Duran's pretty interesting too. I think he should play a lot, but yeah. If Harden's out, done points. I don't know. I don't like betting against the Warriors, bro, because Steve Kerr is doing different stuff defensively every single time. He doesn't really have a set scheme. But yeah, Dunn should be pretty locked into good minutes for sure, I would think. For sure, because there's no Derek Jones either anymore. So yeah, I think he makes a fair bit of sense. I wonder if Harden's actually going to play or not. Just randomly popping up with a shoulder is kind of weird. I think he is personally. Okay, guys, let's move on to, let's see, Chicago-Boston. Like I said, I don't think there's anything new that really popped up that's really catching my eye here. I do really like Luka Garza, like we talked about earlier, but like I said, this line was 12.5 earlier. I think the value's kind of gone on it. I already talked about Okoro. I probably will sprinkle on some 2+ threes for Isaac. Just some little sprinkles, man. I think there's a pretty good chance that he's left pretty open. And then, yeah, I don't think anything else really pops to me. I don't love the matchup for Kobe because without Giddey, he's going to be very on ball. Like I said, I think I kind of want to wait for lineups to come out for this. Okay, so Knicks are starting Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Towns, Robinson. And then, yep, Pistons are starting Cunningham, Robinson, Thompson, Reed. So back to that Duncan point, man. If any of you guys have strong convictions on Duncan, I do think it's a really good look because he will get guarded by Jalen Brunson. Should be used as a screener, like I said. They should run him. They should just give him off-ball screen usage, especially because the Knicks don't have what's his name. Knicks don't have. And also, who's Duncan going to guard? McCall? Because Duncan's a cone too. Duncan's probably going to guard McCall, I would think. Cade's probably on Anunoby. Yeah, that's kind of what I would think. So maybe you could talk yourself into Bridges too. Yeah, I think Bridges actually. So I talked about not really liking anyone else. I think that I kind of like Bridges. What is Bridges at? Okay, 15.5. Definitely should get guarded by Duncan here, who's a cone. Let's see. Bridges with Brunson and Towns and Anunoby. Let's see where he's at on this. I do like his minutes. Let's see what he's at on the season, though. Pistons are a good overall defense, too. If this is 14.5, you could maybe sell me on this, but yeah, okay, never mind. Okay, so starting lineups, yeah, nothing really pops there. Okay, we're 41 minutes in. I know I've kind of spent way too much time talking about two games, but yeah. Let's go over to Denver. Let's go over to Denver and Philly real quick, guys. And I'll probably go until 7 o'clock today because I did already get out an official play for that. But let's go over to Denver real quick. I think I saw that someone was interested in Peyton Watson, guys. I would not touch this Peyton Watson line. And to be honest, guys, maybe I'm just paranoid because of how cold I've been recently. But I kind of actually don't hate. If I never betted Peyton Watson overs, I don't know if this might be a little bit high, to be honest, because the fact that they're resting everyone, right, just means that they're I feel like they're going to be quick to pull the plug, I feel like they could just kind of make sense. But let's see, who do they have? Who do the Nuggets even have available? Genuinely, do they have their G League guys? Let's see, Denver Nuggets. Looks like no one's out on a two-way for that. So I mean, let's look at who was on that bench last game. Let's go to search up Jalen Pickett. So I think what you want to do, guys, one of the best things, the favorite things I like to do is so once the starting lineups come out for these teams that are extremely shorthanded, find someone who's starting who would still play garbage time, right? Those are the most win-win situations in my opinion, because even if they, if what has to go wrong for them to play bad minutes is they have to play terrible and then the team has to be hyper competitive, which is pretty unlikely in my opinion. But so they're without Jamal Murray, they are without Aaron Gordon, they're without Tim Hardaway, they are without Christian Brown. They are playing Bruce Brown's a little bit suspect to me, right? He's someone who I think might still start. Let's go back to this game so we can kind of see it more clearly. But so no Tim and Jamal, so they're gonna have off the bench probably gonna start. Who's gonna start for Jamal? Maybe Bruce Brown, probably you think, and then starting for. Okay, Bruce Brown, and then six man would be Strother, Najee, Jones, and Tyson. So for sure, garbage time is going to be these four, I would think. And then Spencer Jones is a full-time player. I would think it's probably either Pickett or Deron Holmes who gets garbage time. Probably Pickett though, because you have Zeke Najee. So I think Jalen Pickett might be tadly intriguing, maybe 12.5 points. Strother, I think, is someone who can scale his game up a little bit. Do you guys have any opinions on this? I want to kind of hear your guys' opinions on this. Yeah, if you guys have any opinions here, leans on Diabate, 10.5 rebounds and assists, used it without. I don't think he'll play in blowout, especially since he's coming off of a wrist injury, personally. But yeah, he should play pretty good minutes. I think that Chet is someone who we can absolutely punk on the glass. Let's see, what his rebounds and assists are, 11.5. I'd probably honestly, dude, I'd probably hop on the exchanges and just play guys. And honestly, 9.5 rebounds for Musa, bro. The thing is, it is a wrist injury. So guys, Musa's dealing with a wrist injury. That does scare me a little bit, right? Your wrist is really important for rebounding. So honestly, man, I'd probably actually stay away from Musa stuff because unless you got for me personally, I want to see him have like a 15 rebound game or just grab some aggressive rebounds or something because like wrist and rebound scares me in my opinion. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I agree. I agree. You are kind of playing with fire for sure. Guys, so Saloon might be a little intriguing. Honestly, dude, 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, bro. Let's see. Let's do with him without Kalkbrenner. Hold up with Con. What is this line? Am I tripping, bro? 22, 22, and 21 minutes. Mason Plumlee's still out, right, for the Hornets? Yeah, he is. KJ Simpson's in the G League. T. Jane is absolutely going to play blow-up minutes. I'd probably have T. Jane for 21 minutes here. I think that's being conservative, right? What is this line, bro? Why does FanDuel not have a PR line, bro? Oh my gosh. Guys, I really like this Saloon line, bro. 10.5 PRA. Let me click. Guys, this line is way too low. This is a good matchup for him. Honestly. This is honestly like a really good matchup for him. Like to get open threes, the Thunder will leave him wide open, bro. And like the Hornets actually have decent gravity players too that they will like overcommit on. This line is insanely low, dude. What? Hold up, bro. I want to get those rebounds in there too, though, because I just think they're low on his minutes. Okay, Bet365 and Fanatics, guys. I'm going to play this officially. It should be up on FanDuel eventually, right? Because I need FanDuel to be able to make it an official play. But like I don't want it to get nuked. I would absolutely play this, bro. 9.5 PR is insane for TJ. I mean, dude, even like if you go to like, I mean, last year he was so bad. So I mean, their rate might not be great on it last year. 15 out of 25. He's a much better player this year, like genuinely. I mean, let me just quick do a little bit of math here. A little bit of math here. He's at 11.2 PR. His role is going to stay the same every single game, guys. And this is honestly like a good matchup. Like I can hold up, bro. 21 divided by 17 times 11.2. Guys, this might sound crazy. This is one of like this is one of the biggest edges I've seen in a long time for myself. This I'd have this line being 13.5. And that's like maybe even being like a little bit cautious personally. So yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, dude. Yeah. And the backup, like, bro, Brandon Carlson's their backup center. That's what I'm saying. So guys, I mean, and PRA, does he actually get assists a little bit? Yeah, he does. Okay, so I would actually do PRA. What is this at? 10.5 minus 125. Okay, I like that a lot. Yeah, guys. I'm not gonna play it yet. I'm gonna wait for it to pop up on FanDuel. But this is one of the bigger edges I think I've seen in a while. I like this a ton. Yeah, I like this a ton, bro. I like this a ton. So let me quick do the math for PRA real quick. Like I said, I'd have him at 21 minutes. Let's just, let's be a little bit fair, right? Let's just do his his career. I think he's kind of had the same career. 21, but it's also like, yeah, he should. I mean, okay, look at guys. So let's just be real. TJ is shooting way too good. Well, I think it's fair. Let me quick double take this. This might not, I think this is going to be an edge regardless. It is going to be an edge regardless, but I think I might be a little bit overzealous because I was low-key about to like nuke this. Okay, so have him playing 21 minutes. He is for his career at, I think he's at 12.6 PRA per 21 minutes. I do think it's a I think it's a solid matchup. I think he's going to be left pretty wide open. I think it's a good matchup for him to rebound too. I'm not gonna. It's a Thunder at the end of the day, so I'm not gonna call it like a plus matchup. Let's call it a neutral matchup. Okay, if we called a neutral matchup, I'd have this line at 12 and 12. Well, also and wait a little bit into his this year performance though, because he's clearly a better player. Yeah, I'd probably have this line being 13.5 PRA. I think this is a pretty big edge, man. This is definitely going to be something I end up playing. Like I said, it's just kind of hard to give out right now with everything being weird. Guys, 3.5 rebounds is actually a joke for TJ. Yeah, I like this stuff a lot. Wow. Okay, cool. Nice. Watch. Yeah, guys, we're going to get out of the funk by betting on TJ Saloon. Sounds about right. Kobe White unders. Yeah, dude. So he's, like I said, we already have his minute restriction. And guys, I think this game could get ugly. So limited to 24 minutes. You could see a world where he plays a little bit less than that. So guys, to be fair, there is no Josh Giddey, which definitely matters. He's going to be getting a lot more usage. We could go here. Let's just take Giddey off the court. Yeah, because I don't like the matchup for Kobe at all. I don't at all. We'll take Giddey off. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't think this is gonna look very good, fellas. Just giving you a heads up. Because his usage is pretty damn good with this dude off the court. Yeah, he's well over a PRA per minute. So I personally can't get there. 26.4. I can't get there. And he's shooting 30% from deep in the sample. So what kind of pops to me though, dude, is 7.73 assists. Look, here's something that if he's starting and Trey Jones isn't, so he's at 3.5 assists for minus 132. Let me quick do a little something here. Let me just do a little something here. So guys, he's at 7.73 assists per 36 with Giddey off. So per 24 minutes, that is 5.13 assists. So if him and Trey Jones are not starting together, that is something I will be interested in. If not, because I'm going to take Giddey and Trey both off the court, and if they, like I said, if they're going to stagger minutes, because I do think this is a matchup for him to be passing the rock for sure. Like I think they're going to be pretty aggressive on the gaps and make him pass. Yeah, guys. I mean, 87-minute sample size of 9.86 divided by 36 times 24, 6.5 assists per 24 minutes. It's a small sample, right? Let's be real. But this is like a wait for the starting lineups, man. If Kobe and Trey are not going to start together, I would assume that their minutes are almost completely staggered. And I think that's a really good look, man. As long as Kobe's not starting alongside Trey, is him over 3.5 assists, guys. And guys, this is what I'm talking about, right? I'm sure if you guys watch my YouTube videos, you see me plugging Profit X and Nova, and you guys are like, oh, this dude just like showing out stuff for like affiliates. And like, I totally get it, bro. But like, on a serious note, this is why I have Profit X and Novig, right? So like, I mean, minus 116, minus 119. DraftKings, most people are limited there. I'm limited there, so I can't bet on DraftKings. If you look at like compared to like Builder, which is the place I bet at, I mean, guys, this is an 11-cent swing, right, from Builder on Novig, right? So if you're a $100 better, you literally save $11, guys. And when you extrapolate that over a big sample size, not saying you're saving that every single time you bet on, or the exchanges have a number like that every single time, but especially before tip, you just get ridiculously good numbers, guys. So I highly recommend you guys do get on Novig and stuff and Profit X, both of them. You guys should absolutely have them, especially with like the new bill and stuff that's coming out, which is like a whole nother story. But yeah, I highly recommend getting on those guys. And like, I have a code that gets you like purchase matches up, like, and I have it going right now. What is Novig? It's a 100% purchase match up to $25. Yeah, so you like deposit $25 on Novig, they give you $50 free. Code TIESB, and then Profit X is a 20% match up to 100. So if you guys are like big ballers and you want to put in 1,000, or what is that? Yeah, I don't even know simple math. $100 will get you $20 free when you deposit. So highly recommend getting on the exchanges, guys. They help a lot in the long run, and I don't just say that for no reason. Yeah, I don't like Brandon Ingram here personally. I do like RJ. That was actually one I wanted to circle back to be honest with you. I do really like Barrett. Onyeka under threes. I like Onyeka under threes a lot, bro. I think that's sharp. I think that's what's it at? Yeah, dude. Because the Raptors just switch everything. Like they're such a switch heavy defense. Switching is terrible for these centers threes. You only got up 3 threes in 30 minutes. Dude, I'd probably have him. I mean, with Kristaps, 30 minutes, 27 minutes a game before that. I'd probably have him around 30. Yeah, dude. I wish it was a little bit less juiced personally, but this FanDuel line, I think it's playable for sure. I like that a lot. What was the one? RJ Barrett. Okay, perfect. And I knew that shit was gonna go down a little bit. Okay, oh, dude, I wanted that 21.5 PA though. Okay, guys, I really like Barrett at 18.5 points. So he did play 30 minutes last game. He should play 30 minutes again here too. Maybe even upside for a little bit more if it's super close. But guys, the Hawks are like a Swiss cheese matchup. Terrible defense. They allow a ton of catch and shoot stuff. Obviously, guys, RJ Barrett is like, he's not really an on-ball player. He's a high usage or a very aggressive off-ball player. So if you look here at the Raptors, right, or the Hawks, they allow the 5th highest catch and shoot frequency, which is really good for RJ. They allow the 5th most catch and shoot field goals made, which is very good for RJ as well. If you go to less than 10 feet, which, RJ Barrett's a slasher, so you want to look at, the teams that don't have good rim protection. 3rd most points in the paint. Guys, I think RJ Barrett is in a great spot here. And if you look at RJ, like I said, he's at 19.4 points on 30.2 minutes. Every single one of his games has been with Ingram, Barnes, and Quickly. So if you're scared off by that, do not be whatsoever. But yeah, guys, I think this makes a lot of sense, man. Played the Hawks last game, had 29 points. Shot pretty good, right? But like take away a 3, take away a 2, still at 24 points. And then played the Hawks earlier, definitely shot good too. So he's had good shooting variance there. Then played them again and had 19 points in 33 minutes. I think this Hawks defense just stinks though, man. He's not going to get like any tough like primary assignment, I don't think. You're going to get Dyson on someone else, I think. But yeah, the Hawks play super fast too. If you go to like last 10 games, actually, let me quick pull this up too. Let's go to like last 15 games even. Last 15 games, Hawks are allowing the Hawks are literally like neck and neck with Utah Jazz for the most points allowed, right? So they're a brutal defense, absolutely brutal. Okay, yeah, I might end up playing this RJ line. I might have sold myself on it. Looks like someone might have got down on it, right, and moved a little 2 cents. Okay, Maxi, it's at 38.5. Damn, it's really at 38.5. So, dude, here's the thing. The Sixers do tend to play in a lot of close games. Guys, this was at like 4. I'm no bullshit, bro. This was at 40.5 earlier this morning. So it got bet down a lot. So there is big blowout risk, obviously, because this Denver team kind of stinks. Let's be for real. But with that being said, guys, look, man, I'd probably, so if this game's close, he played 37 minutes against the Knicks last game. He played 42. If this game is close, he's probably at 40 minutes, maybe 39 minutes. You have to factor in some blowout. I'd probably have him at 37 minutes. His role's been pretty consistent this entire year, right? And he's definitely over a PRA per minute. I think it's a fairly set line, man, personally. Dave, I know it's like so enticing because he just goes over every single game, right? But I think it's a fair line, personally. Mamu. Dude, Mamu is I hate betting on Mamu. I bet on Mamu twice and he caked me. I was so close to pulling the trigger on his under last game. These guys just play the hot hand with CMB and Mamu. So it's a good matchup, absolutely. He showed that last game. At the end of the day, bro, him playing 12 minutes is definitely in the range of outcomes too. So I think it's alt or nothing. Maybe like take like over points and over rebounds or something. And then or just like take the under, because Mamu is a high variance player with his minutes. So I personally would not play like minus money on that. Okay, fellas. So we've been live for an hour now. I think that's about it. Wrap it up. The official play I made on here was the Brunson over 26.5 points / under 8.5 assists little parlay combo minus 114 at FanDizzy. I also gave out Brook Lopez under 12.5 PRA parlayed with Zubac to get a double-double. It was plus 140. It's not an official play. I don't make those plays official. I did put $50 on it, so half a unit on it for myself. It was like plus 140. So, Larry, here's the thing, though, dude. Trey really hasn't. So, if you look at this, Trey, yes, he played in some of these games. You're not wrong. They are a better defensive team with him off the court. Trey really didn't play in a lot of those games, though. Like, if I did like last 15 games, I mean, how many games did Trey even play in those? I think he played 4 games in those or so, and was kind of on a minute restriction. So, yeah, they're just a brutal defense in general. They also play at like a super fast pace, which definitely helps into that too. But yeah, let's go, dude. Let's go. Post 2 threes. This will be the last one, and then I'm heading out. Against. Oh yeah. So here's the thing. I probably actually wouldn't play post 2 threes because Zubac, Brook Lopez, whoever's out there, the big man that's out there, is gonna guard Draymond Green and not. They're gonna sag off Draymond and they're gonna put like Kawhi on Quinton Post. So I would actually tread carefully with some Quinton Post stuff. I know it's pretty enticing, right? But from a matchup perspective, I like to play Quinton Post threes when he's gonna get guarded by a big man. And don't get it wrong, like he could get some threes other ways, like transition. He's a very willing 3-point shooter. He's a good 3-point shooter too. But yeah, he's oh wow, he had 4 against the Clippers. Yeah, I mean, when I'm thinking about the matchup, though, personally, I probably wouldn't play it because I don't think he's going to get guarded by a big man. I think that's going to be Draymond who gets guarded by the big man. Okay, cool. All right, best of luck, everyone here. Like I said, guys, if you are still on YouTube, I think we got 140 you guys. Make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel on your way out if you haven't already. And guys, holy crap, I need a winning day like air, and I just hope we get one, man. So best of luck to everyone, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.